What's up, guys? It's me, Sean, and Ben, and this is number 4 of your favorite TV show, YouTube show, Beards and Bikes. Today we're going to talk about age-old question: does owning a motorcycle, riding a motorcycle, whatever, really get you chicks?
But before we jump into that, we do have a question. Paul from Nebraska asked us, how old were you guys when you started riding motorcycles? So why don't you lead it off, Sean?
I was literally a fetus when I started riding bikes. Rode out of the womb. Rode out right out of the womb. Actually, I got into bikes kind of later in life. I was 18. I didn't know how to ride a dirt bike. Rode nothing. No one in my family ever had motorcycles.
Nice.
And then what happened was a buddy of mine was like, hey, my bike's not working, can you fix it? It needed a new battery. I put a new battery in it, and then I realized, I'm like, I gotta figure out how to ride this bike. And then so I asked my neighbor who rode. He told me first gear was up, and I learned how to ride starting in second gear. And ever since then, I've pretty much had a bike the whole time, or a couple.
Good deal. Yeah, my dad had motorcycles. He got rid of his motorcycle right before I came, so I didn't grow up around bikes, but I grew up hearing about bikes. I think the first thing I rode was a little like Yamaha 80cc dirt bike when I was maybe like 12. But I got my first road bike when I was 18 and never looked back.
Nice. All right, well let's get back into it, and we're gonna look at this in a anthropological way. If you don't know what anthropology is, it's the study of humans, and kind of like all the things that men, science will tell you why men are attracted to certain women, because they're more likely to bear children and all this stuff. Well, we're going to use those same ideas, put them with women liking men, and figure out, does adding a motorcycle into the equation actually help that out?
Yeah, does it up your chances? Does it make it worse? Or
right.
Just stay the same? I don't know.
Right. And let's see what we conclude.
Well, the first thing that women find attractive in men is physical appearance. Might not be the only thing. It's number 1 on our list.
Right.
Symmetrical features, that V-shaped physique. Men are supposedly into the hourglass. Women like the V-shape, the cut. We all have that buddy who just magically is fit, never works out. So if you compare that to motorcycles, the nice thing about motorcycles is some of them have a V-twin motor.
V-twin.
So going for that V-shape.
Hey, there we go.
It might work.
This is happening.
Symmetrical features. Let's say most bikes have symmetrical features, except what's that Beamer? That ugly-looking Beamer with the offset headlight. What is that?
Yeah, that's the S1000RR.
Yeah, terrible. I'm sure it's a fast, nice motorcycle, but it looks awful.
Goofy looking front end, guys.
But the conclusion of that whole thing is, you're gonna look good on a motorcycle.
You're gonna look good on a motorcycle.
You could be the ugliest dude in town. On a motorcycle, you're looking good.
And especially when you throw the full face helmet on there.
No one knows what you look like.
No one knows what you look like. Wear a big jacket. No one can tell. If you're skinny, fat, whatever. So, there's some mystery to a guy in a motorcycle.
Yeah, a little bit of mystery.
What's number 2?
Number 2 is women like a guy that could support them. Might get me in trouble saying women want men to support them with feminist type people.
Oh.
But I mean, there's a certain amount of truth to some of that, and saying that maybe you have enough money to provide for a family, a little bit of security, protector. A little protector would be fall into that support type thing.
Right. And if you look at it, back in the I don't know, hundreds of years ago,
the medieval times,
back when knights and ogres and stuff like that were living under bridges, the ultimate form of protection was a knight or a king on his horse,
on his
mighty steed. Hey, that's exactly what a motorcycle is, but it's not just one horse. It's 100 horses. It's 110 horses. You know what I mean? It's 200 horses.
So you're the modern day knight.
Modern day knight.
On 100 horses.
Rolling up there, protecting people, doing burnouts, you're protecting everybody except yourself and anybody around you.
Yeah.
So I would say it definitely has that. It definitely has that.
Yeah.
It gives that allure of, you know, this is safe. This guy is safe. He'll protect me.
And
you know?
I guess the only downside would be is kind of any goofball with a credit score can buy a bike.
Yeah. You
don't have to have the money to provide because you have a bike. Maybe you didn't put anything down on it. Maybe you just rolled it off the lot with no money down.
Yeah, they're getting pretty lenient with loans these days. No money down. Yeah, any idiot can buy a bike.
So rolling in number three. Number 3 is leadership ability. So you have the appearance, the support, the protector role, and now you have to take the initiative.
And the good thing about the whole leadership thing is, I know when I'm riding, pretty much everyone's behind me. So I am just
the natural leader.
I am the natural leader because of my specific riding style. They're behind me and they're trying to catch up.
It's like instead of survival of the fittest, it's survival of the fastest.
Right.
But then the downside of that would be too much initiative or too much drive in this sense. It might lead to death.
Right. You get
a little too much of that, and it's not going to work out so well.
If you look at these fast racers, you look at Valentino Rossi and all these guys, there's something wrong with their head. They got to screw loose, and all they care about is winning, and all they care about is going fast. That's not really gonna. That's cool if you want to go fast, but when it comes to long life longevity, you know what I mean, they don't really coincide.
Yeah. But so, I guess kind of what I'm gathering from these 3 points is that it's kind of inconclusive whether motorcycles actually get you chicks.
Right.
But motorcycles in and of themselves do have a little bit of an undeniable cool factor.
I call this the Fonzie Factor.
Yes. The Fonzie Effect.
The Fonzie Effect, right. It's just cool to be on a motorcycle. So although having a motorcycle itself isn't gonna maybe not get you that mate, and I'm not talking like the Australian mate, like a buddy, because you'll probably get a bunch of mates from riding bike, but it might open up the door.
Yeah.
It might. You might be able to get some digits.
Yeah.
From that, you know what I mean? You
present the opportunity.
You might get the first date.
Yeah.
You go
for a ride. Hey, you want to go for a ride sometime?
Hey, it's easy. It's an easy way to get. You don't have to talk. You don't have to. It's just, hey, let's hang out. I'll put you on the back of my bike. You can hold on real tight.
I'll go for a spin.
And it'll be a lot of fun. That is exactly what I did on the first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, however many dates with my wife before when I first met her.
That's why it worked out.
And she turned me down like 20 times.
I don't blame her.
But I'm a monster. Who would? You know what I mean? But eventually.
So at the very least, you don't want to be the guy without a bike.
You don't exactly.
Like if we're gonna say it's inconclusive whether bikes get you chicks, you don't want to be the guy without a bike. You're putting yourself behind the 8 ball. It's kind of like you don't want to be the guy that doesn't have a beard.
You don't want to be the guy without a bike or without a beard.
It just takes you to that next level.
Step up from everybody else.
But so, all in all, it's inconclusive. But you don't want to be the guy without a bike. But probably assuming that you're riding a motorcycle anyway if you're already watching us. But thanks for checking out episode 4 of Beards and Bikes. Don't forget to subscribe. Leave your comments below. Question in the comments below. And brought to you as always by SRKCycles, where we're not salesmen, we're just riders. See you guys next time.
All right, guys.